So I'm going to review the Motorola G5S. I've had it for 3 months now, and at first I had a few problems with it, but don't let that put you off getting this phone, and I'll explain why. I think I got just like unluckily got a dodgy product software wise, because when I got it, within about 2 weeks of using it, I've had a few software problems. Like one of them was when I'm using a camera, I'm trying to like make a recording or something on the phone. I press record, and then when I finish recording, it'll say like camera was unable to capture the media, and if I was recording something important, which unfortunately I wasn't, I would have lost everything I just tried to record. That happened a few times. Sometimes it doesn't even take pictures. And then another thing was, when I'm browsing the internet, it would just randomly, sometimes it would just randomly stop. It will freeze, it'll turn off, and then it'll start boot looping. And that terrified me because my previous phone, an iPhone, it boot looped, and that was the reason why I had to get rid of it, because it just completely stopped working. And I'm like, oh my god, I only got this 2 weeks ago and now it's boot looping. But then the difference with this phone was that after the boot looping thing, I can force turn it off by press and holding the volume button, one of the volume buttons and the power buttons on the side, and then it will start up. I have a photo of what it looks like. I can show you later. So I sent it to the repair place because it's still under warranty, and then they updated some sort of a software, and now it's totally fine. One of the things that did come back was, so before it didn't have, I don't know if you can see, but the little green notification dot on the app to show you that you have like unread messages or something. It didn't show that before. After the update, it does this now, so it's fine. I think it was just that one-off time that I got a dodgy product. I don't know why, when I buy major electronics, I tend to get the dodgy ones. What also changed was that in the settings, when I first got it, it only came with one wallpaper in the entire phone. So when I went to wallpaper, this one that you see now, that was the only one on the entire phone. There was no other wallpaper. There was also like none of this, none of the My Photos, none of these ones. These were all new. It wasn't there when I first got it, but it came after I got it updated at the shop, well, like a repair shop. Yep, so that's one thing. I think it's actually a very capable, cheap phone. Like the camera is like a 16 megapixel camera. It's a very good camera. I can also show you a few photos of what it looks like. What I don't like about it is I haven't figured out how to set your phone so that you can block your caller ID, so that when people call you, or no, when you call people, they can't see your phone number. I haven't been able to find out how to do that. There is a search setting, or a search function in the settings. So you can go to the settings, and you can search what you want, like say, I don't know, call. And then it's supposed to show you all the things related to that. But it doesn't show you how to turn off the caller ID. I haven't found how to do that yet. Another thing I really don't like about this phone is the position of the power and the volume button. So that small one is the power button, and that one is the volume button. And obviously that's the up volume, that's the down volume. I don't like the positioning of it because all the other phones I've ever had is completely different to this, and I don't think this is very user intuitive. So when I'm using it, at least when I first started using it, I would just I'll hold the phone like this, and then naturally I would want to press the button. But then when I press the button where I think the volume button would be, it's actually this button here, that's actually the power button. So when I want to turn down the volume, I end up pressing the power button. Because all the other ones, they have the power button like somewhere discrete, like either the top of the phone, the bottom of the phone, or the side of the phone on its own. This one is kind of like really close together, and it's a little confusing. I really don't like the positioning of the phone buttons. This is almost practically in the middle of the phone, and I do not like that. The only other thing is I don't like this, like the screen, I don't like any phones that have no buttons whatsoever. So this is a fingerprint scanner. I don't know if you can see, but you have the function, or you have the option of making it so that the screen unlocks with the fingerprint scanner. So if you do that, when the screen is off, then all you have to do is just tap that and it'll unlock. But I don't want to use a fingerprint scanner, and I would very, very much prefer to have an actual physical button there for me to press. And there isn't. One thing I do like about this phone is that you can change the order of these icons along the top. So these icons are like basically your quick access or functions, I guess. So that one is Wi-Fi. This one is the do not disturb function, which is where it's basically like a mute button, but you can choose what to mute. Like if there's certain phone calls that you don't want to mute, you can do that. But I don't need that option at the moment, so I'm just gonna turn that off. I don't need that to be on. You can actually change the order of these. So for example, it used to be in the order like this. So you have your Wi-Fi, because this is a dual SIM phone, it used to be Wi-Fi, 2 of the SIM reception icons, which is this triangle here, and then data, and then something else that I don't use. So I was able to, if you scroll down more, you can see the other ones. So what you can do is you go to edit, and then you press and hold one of them, and then you can move them around. So change the order and everything. So I was able to move the things that I need and move it to the front, so that when it's in this kind of format, I can quickly edit, or I can quickly access what I need at the top here. That's something I do like quite a lot, actually. So comes with Google Chrome. You can obviously install the other apps that you want. Something about this phone is that it has like it must have some sort of vibration sensor, and see if you move it a little bit, the screensaver will come on, and you can see the battery quantity and the current time. I don't exactly know how to access that. Like sometimes it works. It's more of a vibration thing. So if you just move it around like this, it's not gonna happen. But if, say, it's on like a sofa or a bed, and then you sit down or something, a small amount of vibration will do it. What I do like about this phone is that it has these quick and useful gestures. So one of them is a quick twist and turn 2 times to turn on the camera. And then if you chop, like do a choppy motion, and you do this, it turns on the light, or like the flashlight. Shake it again, or chop it again, and it turns off. So this phone didn't come with a cover. I got the cover myself on the internet. What I don't like about this phone is the earphone plugs are at the top of the phone, and the power plug is at the bottom. I would prefer that they're all on the same side, because otherwise, if you need to charge the phone and use the earphones at the same time, you're gonna have 2 cables running out of the phone, one on either side. Now that's actually really kind of annoying and inconvenient, to have like cables coming out of both sides, because you can't just say pick up the phone. I would prefer all the cables come on the bottom, so I can, because I'm reading from the top to the bottom. That way, if it's got the cable at the bottom, I can pick up the phone, have the cable running down on the bottom, and then read the phone from the top to the bottom. But if I have something running from the top, especially the earphone, then the cord actually covers the screen on its way to my ear. I don't like that at all. That's not something that I like. Other than that, I think it's a very capable phone, and especially for the price, it's a very, very good deal, and I'm pretty sure you can get lots of use out of it.